How you doing, everyone? It's Kevin. I'm back with another video. It's going to be getting cold and we're going to need some heaters here on the homestead. Company reached out to us and offered to send out a 60,000 BTU Gasland forced air heater. Now we're going to go ahead and assemble this thing, get it put together, and give it a try. Try to give you a good review on this little heater. So we're going to go ahead and go through what comes with it. It does come with an owner's manual. I would suggest reading it and understanding it before you get started. I'll only give you the basics in the video. They're going to give a handle. You're going to get a handle for it that you're also going to have to install on the top. You're going to get your gas line and the regulator for your heater. And of course, you get your heater. Pretty light heater too. So we're going to go ahead and get the handle put on it. It's just going to take a little Phillips screwdriver, pull these 4 screws out the top, and we'll get our handle put on. Alright, go ahead and snug up your handle and you're finished with that. All we have to do is put the regulator on next. Now to install your regulator and your hose, all you have to do is screw this on. This is a flared end, so it does not need tape. Go ahead and screw it on, get you a 3/4 inch wrench, and snug this boy up. And you're pretty much good to go. Now that we have our handle mounted on our heater and we're almost pretty much ready to go, we're going to hook our regulator to our tank. So you're going to go ahead and snug this guy up. Don't forget, this thing is going to have left-handed threads on it. And snug your regulator up. Now that we have our regulator tightened up, go ahead and turn your gas on. Get you a little water bottle and put you about a teaspoon of soap in there. And add a little bit of water and shake it up. What we're going to do now is we're going to check for leaks. So we'll just squeeze out some of them bubbles right there, and we're going to stick them on there, and we're going to put it all over our hose where all the connections are, and make sure your valve's all the way on, and wait and look and see if any bubbles grow. If they grow, we got a leak. We're going to need to tighten it up. We'll do the same thing on the heater where we mounted it to our heater. I think we're good to go. Alright, before we get started, little safety thing on this is we want to make sure we keep anything combustible 2 foot from the side, the back, or this side over here, 6 foot from the top, and 6 foot from the front. So what I'm going to do is we're going to plug it in and we're going to fire it up. And now don't forget, you don't want to burn this thing indoors in an enclosed area. You want to make sure you're outside, or if you're in a shed, make sure the doors and the windows are open, a well-ventilated area. One other thing on this machine, it does have a tilt on the front. You can unscrew this knob and then drop it down, and you can tilt it up for a little bit higher, or you can unloosen it, slide it down for a little bit lower. Alright, we're going to get ready to plug in our heater. We're going to be using a heavy gauge cord. Make sure that it has a good ground on it. Now, what we're going to do is when we plug our heater in, we're going to let it run for about 20 seconds. We've already turned the gas on and we checked for leaks. Then we're going to press this guy here, and then we're going to turn the knob to the desired temperature that we want. So let's go ahead and get our heater purged. So now we're going to press this for about 15 seconds. I'm going to fill over here. We have heat coming out of it. Now all we have to do is adjust our heat to the temperature we want. This thing's blowing some serious heat out there. Okay, so now it's going to be a little bit hard to hear, but I'm going to tell you how to shut your heater down. What we're going to do first is we're going to go over to the tank and we're going to shut the valve off. We're going to let this heater burn the rest of the gas through the line before we disconnect our line. So our heater went out. It's been about 15 seconds, 20 seconds. we can go ahead and unplug our heater. And now, if you want to unhook your line, now's the time to do it. Okay, now on that 20-pound tank, you're going to get between 8 and 10 hours of heat out of this thing on a 20-pound tank. And that all depends on whether you have it on a high setting or a low setting or a medium. So you can get anywhere between that 8 and 10 hours. This is something that we would like to have to be able to heat our tractors up, because we use diesel tractors to move snow and debris around the homestead in the winter time, and it's really nice to have something like this to heat it up. A couple years ago we had a water line freeze, and my neighbor had one of these. He brought it down and we pointed it at the area that it was froze, and thank God that it got it unthawed for us. These little heaters are really nice for that. So we're going to leave a link in the description down below. The heater feels and looks like it's built pretty good. I think it's going to be a nice little addition to the home. I'd like to tell everyone thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or a comment if you'd like. Till next time.